What is going on, everyone? This is Punk with a Controller. I'm your host, Paul Sabo. This is our co-host, Jay Hamilton, aka twitch.tv/LordxHam. We go live Fridays, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but there's a little scheduling conflict these last couple of weeks due to work and
Working.
E3 and everything. So we're starting a little bit later today, but a little heads up. Last episode I scrapped. I was talking about scrapping it. I hated it. I scrapped it. I was never so out of something. We honestly probably just shouldn't have done it. So yeah, that one's not uploaded. It might still be in the archives if you're interested in going and checking that out, but if not, more power to you. There are, however, 11 episodes up over at youtube.com/punkwithacontroller, so you could go and check those out at your leisure. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to know when we're going live, or follow us on all social media. Like I said, we just got done covering E3 all week. I probably spent 30 hours in front of this desk covering E3, so if you join me
I have a LordxHam prop in the background. I'm gonna move it.
Okay.
It is unloaded, by the
way. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't see it. I didn't see what it was until you picked it up and moved it, and then it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe want to move that one out of the way.
That's a LordxHam prop.
But like I was saying, we just got done covering E3. I spent like 30 hours in front of this computer in like 4 days. So if you joined me for any of those reactions or any of that coverage, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. We got a few new followers, some subscribers, so I really, really appreciate all of the patronage.
Who's there?
Yeah, Jay popped in for a few. That was a lot of fun. And if you didn't show up to any of those streams, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. No, we're kidding, obviously. But when we scrapped last week's episode, so if you go on youtube.com, our last episode was our E3 predictions, our pre-3 episode, what we were hoping, what we wanted from E3, and boy, was that wrong. Now we kind of predicted a lot in the sense of, with Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest, that spans from June till August. He has a bunch of different announcements that he's going to be doing throughout these next couple months. We had E3. EA is doing something on the 22nd of July. And we know Sony is going to do something sometime in this next month or so, month and a half time.
It's going to be banging. You know it. They're watching like, this is a shit show. Wait for this.
It is going to be tough to be worse than E3 this year. But yeah, no, so this episode we're going to do a similar one to our E3, our pre-3 episode, where we're coming down, you know, it's our post E3 episode. We're just kind of breaking down what was announced, how we felt about all of it. There is one story outside of E3 that I want to discuss that I am going to open with, but one thing that we're not scrapping is our opening segment. Jay, what'd you play and what'd you watch? What'd you do?
Well, over the weekend, like after the show, the E3 weekend, I streamed. We streamed some 0 Hour. And that game is fucking awesome. Like, did you play Siege when you when it came out? Like, you ever a Siege guy?
I was never a Siege guy. I did play it. There was one of those PSN always does those crazy sales. So there was a point early on, I want to say within the first couple of years, probably year 2, where I was able to get it for like 15 or 20 bucks. So I was like, yeah, why not? And I hopped in. I played some Terrorist Hunt with some friends online. It was fine. I didn't really like, the AI was really annoying. Like they were either they always just stood there. They were always just randomly positioned, like standing there. I felt like they never really tried to flank you or do anything at all. They just hit harder and were more accurate on harder difficulties. So yeah, I was never, and then the PvP was just way too sweaty. Way too sweaty for me.
All right. Well, hang on. What? I'll send you this just so you could take a peek. $12 on Steam, by the way. It's basically Rainbow Six Siege, but not dumb. No operators, no fancy doodah. It's just 5v5, either hostage or bomb. And you infiltrate a building or like you kind of like have like a planning table and stuff before the match while the defenders are like battening down the hatches. And it's so slow. You move so slow, but that's a good thing. And you have like adjustable speed like Tarkov and stuff. And I love that game. I played it so much the past weekend.
You said you were sorry, you said you were streaming it though? Are you back on the streaming? You took
I'm back.
You took some time off there for a little while.
I did. I just had to collect myself, check myself. You know what I mean?
For sure. 100%.
So we back. I don't have a schedule. just when I'm here when I'm here. And played some Valhalla as usual. I like chilling out on that game. I'm still playing it. I'm 60 hours in. I feel like I'm almost done, but then they announced all this new shit and I'm like gotta catch up. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And then I watched The Conjuring 3 on HBO Max.
Was that the one that just came out, or was that
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the new one that's like on there for 30 days and in theaters.
I heard mixed, no spoilers. I mean, I don't care, but anyone who might be listening or watching. I never cared really for the Conjuring series, so I heard kind of mixed things about this third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. and you don't fall asleep through those movies.
I feel like I've like with that movie, I gotta check, but I feel like I heard both. It was really scary and it wasn't fucking scary at all.
Yep.
Like I'm pretty sure I
didn't
both
find it
sides
scary at all.
Yeah,
I thought the first 5 minutes was cool and like literally no spoilers here. It's like it's the opening scene. All I'm gonna say is like when they call the priest up, straight up like paying homage to The Exorcist, like with the camera angles and stuff.
Yeah, I saw screenshots of those.
I was like, that's sick. But then other than that, like I fell fucking asleep.
Just a slow decline.
All right.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching the first movie and just like going to the theater with my girlfriend at the time, and like theater's packed, people screaming, and I'm even me, dude. I'll never forget this one part. It scared me like 3 times in a row. I was like, ugh. Like I couldn't like. I don't know. The first one was fucking awesome. Then I watched a lot of Rick and Morty, and that's about it. And some E3. What about you?
Yeah, I got a lot done, believe it or not, inside of E3. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, that dropped Friday. I haven't played as much as I would have liked to, and that's a lot of because of E3. I'm probably going to stream that tomorrow or Sunday, maybe. I'm not. Well, Sunday's Father's Day, so probably not Sunday. But I am probably going to get to that sometime this weekend because, goddamn, that fucking game is so fucking good. It feels so goddamn good to play. I love it so much. You got to play on the hardest difficulty. It's challenging. It's not hard though. I feel the difficulty like starting to ramp up, but it's not hard. It's challenging. And everything outside of that is way too fucking easy. Like normal mode is way too easy. It's insane.
But it's like kind of like you're trying to watch a movie, so you kind of just lay back and like mindlessly play it. But
that's why I say you got to play on the hardest
mode.
difficulty so that you get all of that action and you are in it. Because when you're in it, there is so much happening on screen at certain points. It's insane. We did a mushroom stream where every time I died, I took mushrooms, and that was a whole lot of fun. That might still be in the archives. I hope it disappeared because that really fucked up day one of E3 for me because they didn't kick in until Ubisoft's conference started about an hour and a half after I stopped the Ratchet and Clank stream. And boy howdy was I feeling those. On the bright side, they made me really critical. So like I was very perceptive, and I really got everything and really tore into Ubisoft that day. And then on the downside, they made me really sweaty and I couldn't sit still. So that did not turn out too well. And then I also played Steep. After seeing Riders Republic and Shredders, it made me want to just chill out. Like, you know, I did
some Steep, yeah.
Yeah, just, you know, ride down a mountain. I would love, Monday when I was streaming Ratchet and Clank, I even stopped playing Ratchet and Clank and hopped into some Steep before the next conference because I was like, I just want to zone out. And then I watched. Wait, what? Sorry.
Huh? Oh, I said I wish they would remake SSX Tricky. Put it on the Switch or something.
I think Riders Republic is going to be the closest you get to that because some of the gameplay they were showing was very, very tricky. I mean, you weren't like, you know, whipping your board off you and like flicking.
Yeah, I want to breakdance on my board, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't any of that, but it was fucking wild. And then I don't know if I talked about this show yet, Sweet Tooth.
That's you have. Even my dad was like, "Yo, have you seen Sweet Tooth?"
Okay, so yeah, like, just a reminder. That's damn good show. On HBO Max, In the Heights, that movie. It's a musical, and god damn, dude. It's like, I have a couple gripes with it. Like, they'll do like the you know, the Lin-Manuel Miranda like fucking like beat dropping fucking musical that you think it's gonna be. But then it also, like, it'll be that for like half the song, and then it'll turn into like a traditional musical like solo, and it's like goes completely off cue and off beat, and it kind of turns me off a little bit. Like, basically I find myself listening to the soundtrack for like half of each song. But there's there's one scene in the movie where he gets a date with the girl. And, you know, she comes into his shop and she gives him his number or whatever. And then she walks out, and then him and his cousin look at each other and they do the, oh shit thing that they do all the time. But it goes right into a music cue, and I can't find the song anywhere. I can't find the YouTube scene anywhere. I have watched that scene like 5 times because it captures that moment, I think, better than anything else. And it's like 100% because it's a musical, and just like the music cue, it was fucking perfect. So yeah, I mean, if you're not, you know, even if you're not into musicals, check it out. Just watch the opening, you know, the opening number. It is fucking wild. It's like 5 minutes, but it's so good. I watched Loki. That's the new Marvel Disney Plus show. It's 2 episodes are out now. It's good. They're really doing interesting stuff with the timeline. I think I might have talked about that as well. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then Dave.
Yeah, don't talk about it. I haven't watched it yet, so don't talk about it.
Are you into it? You're aware?
Oh yeah. I am aware. Okay. I'm 100% aware.
It's great. I loved it.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Okay. Then I will love it too. Oh my god. Hi, I'm Dave.
And then I started reading Dune, prepping for the movie. You know, just thought I would throw that one in there. Nothing really to add to that. And then before we get in,
you bought some dope weeb shit, right?
Me? Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, for sure. I built this guy.
Celebrate E3.
I bought this guy a couple nights ago and built him. It's hard to see. It's a new Gundam.
That's dope.
A little painted. I need to paint his sword though. And then I got a Android 18 from Dragon Ball that I got to put together. It's a little blurred out and it's on my shelf over there, but I got Android 17. Whichever one.
Fuck yeah, dog.
So yeah, I got to build those, and then I got like the best model tools you could buy. I got a Tiama Pro model knife. I got God nippers. They're like God Nippers were like $60. It's insane.
Woo.
But yeah, before we get into E3 and everything and start breaking down what we liked and what we disliked, I just want to say something. Since we've started this show, I've really, really, really ragged on Breath of the Wild. And I have to admit something. With
It finally hooked you. It finally.
It hasn't hooked me, but it's on my
mind.
Wait,
it's about to. It's about to. Trust me. You go on a trip for a weekend, or you go to your dad's on Sunday or whatever, and you bring the Switch with you. Oh, every shit you take, you're gonna be like, oh man, I gotta do this shrine.
With all the games in my repertoire, my Returnal, I keep thinking about, like, Returnal's just as much on my mind as Breath of the Wild. Returnal I want to get back to. Ratchet and Clank, we're trying to get State of Decay. We're trying to get we're trying to play that, schedule playing that.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves, that DLC is coming out. We're going to be playing that. So with all this stuff, all crowding me, I keep thinking back to Breath of the Wild. I can't lie. And Jay, I didn't put the article in the document, but there's an article over at Fanbyte. I suggest you go and read it. It's all about weapon degradation in Breath of the Wild and how he thinks it's very important that it returns in Breath of the Wild too. And when I first saw that, it rattled me to my core. Because as you may know, I hate weapon degradation so much. And the article actually changed my mind on weapon degradation in Breath of the Wild. Only in Breath of the Wild. Just because I couldn't deny it. And it was true. And then the way that it was described, I was like, that is genuinely a very well-made gameplay mechanic for this game, not for Dead Island or Dead Rising or any other zombie game with weapon degradation. So yeah, I just want to say I'm going to be getting back to Breath of the Wild at some point. I don't know when, but
it gets better once you take the seeds to the dude and you get more inventory space. So yeah.
Well, honestly, it was really annoying me because every time I saw something random, I would get a Korok seed, and I probably stopped after I got like 10 or 11 of them because I'm like, these aren't fucking doing anything. I don't care about these. Lame. And then every other time I saw them, I just completely avoided them. And yeah, that was a fault on my end because yeah, they fucking expand your inventory. But what really hooked me was, I think, is I finally got new armor, so I just look different.
Yeah, that'll do it. Like when I said I'm trying to collect all the armor sets, I almost have all of the armor sets, and all of them are sick.
And
they're all sick.
That's also part of, like, the weapon degradation doesn't help with feeling like you're progressing, in the sense of you finally get a new sword, bing, 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 it's gone.
Yeah, but you get to that point where you just have that sword for.
Well, I'm talking early on in the game. Like, you get the one nice sword, and then it's like you're just afraid to use it. It's like that one potion you use in an RPG. It's like, I gotta save this for the real shit.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, oh, I just found this traveler sword or like knight sword, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, Boko clubs I just chuck at people now. I don't even like.
Right, well, like, say you like find like, oh, a nice broadsword, and then you like play for a couple hours and you're like holding on to them, and then you find like 8 of them in the span of like 30 minutes, and you're like, oh, the deeper I go, the more like I just pick those broadswords up all the fucking time. Kind of deal.
I don't pick them up that much.
Oh, you will.
Okay, well, like I said, like I'm saying, early on in the game, only the first few hours. Like, I want to feel some level of progression. You don't get any clothes until you go to until you go and do something. But anyways, one more thing. we're getting into E3 now. Like I said, this is the summer of games. So there's shit just popping off left and right. Jay, did you hear about this abandoned game that came
No.
out about? Oh shit!
Wait.
Nope. No. What did I just do? Okay, nope. Never mind.
I might have heard about it.
Hold on, real quick. Main. There we go. Okay, so Abandon was a game that was revealed back in April of 2021, a couple months ago, and when this was initially shown, people were very heavily speculative that this was just Hideo Kojima working on Silent Hills. And I mean, people were really grasping at straws.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
I remember when we looked at this.
Yeah, people were really just grasping at straws with this, and I didn't think too much of it. But there has been an absorbent amount of information to come out of these last couple days that make me believe that this is Hideo Kojima. I don't know if it's Silent Hills necessarily. And listen, you need to keep your expectations in check like I am. I am not looking into this any more than any other person. I am not getting my hopes up. The only thing I want.
Does that not look like the ash in the fog from Silent Hills?
The only
without like the fog, like
Jay, I'm trying not to get my hopes up here, guy. I'm trying to talk myself down from the ledge.
And abandon means like, maybe everyone thought he abandoned Silent Hills.
So the amount of information that has come out about this is so it's literally the biggest gaming conspiracy theory I think maybe ever in such a short amount of time. Right here. Let me just go back to that image right there. That blue box image. Okay. It's literally it's just the Sony font, and it's the same box that they use for the Sony Studios logo. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's nitpicking, Paul. That's getting a little out of hand. But what if, Jay, what are the odds of this director's name of this game is, where is it? Hassan Karaman. All right. That's the director of Abandoned, apparently. Hassan Karaman. What do you think the odds are if you type in his name and translate it from Turkish to Japanese? What do you think the odds are that his name is Hideo Kojima? I would say they're slim to none, but when you translate his name in Turkish to Japanese, it's Hideo Kojima. And then when you translate Hideo Kojima's name from Japanese to Turkish, it's Hassan Karaman. They're based in the Netherlands. Kojima Studios opened up a studio there recently, like an offshoot studio of Guerrilla because they work so closely with them in Decima. What else do we got here? It breaks my brain the amount that has happened. The Death Stranding director's cut trailer that I'm so absolutely obsessed with and is my game of the show personally, throughout the whole thing. So in this trailer, on Sam's arm or on his bag, he has a Dutch flag. In what? Why? Like right there. Look at that. Identical in every way to the blue box logo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except it says, studios, and it's the PlayStation logo. They're announcing their official studio name. Actually, it might be live right now. They said 24 hours from now we're going to announce it. how they're announcing the trailer for this game, or how they're going to reveal the official gameplay for it, is they're going to launch a PlayStation app where you can watch it running in real time. Why would Sony do this for a small indie studio? Apparently a studio in the Netherlands of roughly 50 people that have only made a few games for the Apple Store that they have taken down immediately after only a couple downloads each. So we're starting to get sweaty. We're starting to get sweaty here, Jay. We're starting to get sweaty because now you start to think about it. And there are only two logical explanations. One, it's Hideo Kojima. He's working on a horror game, and this is his way of, spoon feeding you information. Or the latter half is this is the marketer for this small indie team, and he is going completely off the deep end in this, where people put these two things together and they just, he just ran with it. He leaned into it. And two things what will come of that is this game will die before it ever hits anywhere. Because if it comes out that this isn't Hideo Kojima, after all of this, you're fucking... Dude, what are the odds of that? Like, I legitimately want to know the math of that. Your name translating to something else. The directors of another name. That'd be like if Todd Howard translated to Pete Hines in Hindu, like perfectly. It'd be like, what? No. It's fucking baffling. And basically what's going to happen is this is going to be a baby in a blender, and it's going to be a bloodbath right from the get-go. I got to take this shirt off because I'm dying over here.
Jeez.
And no one's going to care about it because they were so fucking misled by this bullshit marketer. And here's why I'm telling you that's not true and that this is Silent Hills. Is because no way would Sony let them do that. If Sony came up to this team of 50 people, these guys who've only made a couple apps on an app store that were taken off the store immediately, they would not stand for this shit at all. They would not be leaning into it like this guy's leaning into it. So I do believe it's Hideo Kojima, and there is a plethora of more information. This studio, they had a Kickstarter going in 2015 that was taken down immediately after a big investor, Sony, got involved. The monster and like horror concept artist for the original Silent Hills that he was working on with Guillermo del Toro was he was this Japanese manga artist. I can't remember his name. It's Iro something. I can't remember. And he did two separate interviews. Or no, he did an interview saying that he's like 5 years ago, or not 5 years ago, a few years ago, saying that he is working with Hideo Kojima on something, horror related. And Jay, you've stated multiple times, like on Twitter and on this stream now, that when Sony comes through, they're going to be coming through with a banger of a showcase.
Yeah. And especially because why would they remove themselves from E3 if they didn't want all the attention on them? And they now are like probably like, wow, look at this shit show. All right, let's find a way to do it 10 times better.
I think once they hit about 80 million units of the PS4, that's when they realized, wait a minute, we don't need E3. E3 needs us.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting to is, what if even before the showcase, like they're like rumored, state of play that's going to happen, undoubtedly. What if they come out and announce that we partnered with Konami and Kojima has been working on Silent Hills it's been in development for 5 years. It'll be out next year, 2022. And Blue Point, Kojima's trailer was a tease. This trailer is a tease to him passing off the mantle to another studio to work on Metal Gear Solid. He's putting the box on the shelf. He's shelving the idea. And they're giving it to Blue Point to work on a Metal Gear Solid remake. And just this afternoon, a couple hours before we went live, there was a leak of a Castlevania Advanced Collection, Jay.
Really?
Yes. Could you fucking imagine if within a 15-minute little state of play video, Sony comes out and rocks everyone's fucking world? Hey, so we've been partnered with Konami for the last 2 years. Kojima's working with Silent Hills, or Kojima's working on Silent Hills. Blue Point's working on Metal Gear Solid, and so is working on an advanced collection of the Castlevania games. Now, that is just my wet dream. That is just like a fanboy's like cry for help, and I don't know if I don't know if it's going that far, but all of this is happening so suddenly. And it's really, really stressing me out. Like I said, I'm not trying to get too involved, but Jay, I'm involved. So,
do we know when Sony's show is or no?
We have no idea. What was it? You want to talk about nitpicking? People were like, "What's the opposite of blue? Orange. What's he's dumping out of the box? Oranges." It's the blue box. It's him signaling. He's wearing a blue suit. He's got a Dutch flag. It's Kojima. I was like, the Dutch flag is all I need. Everything else is, happenstance. Like I'll stick with the flag. Thank you very much. But Jay, I have.
Oh, even his outfit is Netherlands stripe all the way down. Did you even notice that?
No, I did not. God damn it, Jay. Oh, you know what? Fuck it if we get a copyright strike.
And look at his Viking hair.
It's the Metal Gear music. That is a licensing thing. Like, you can't just use that. It's not copyright free. I'm gonna get struck for using this. This is not music from Death Stranding. Go listen to Low Roar. That's music from Death Stranding. So this is mind-blowing to me. Jay, I have rambled on and on and on for a minute. You want to get into a game? Okay, so tell me your overall thoughts on this past E3, because I think we both have similar thoughts and opinions. If you want, we could go down show by show, or whichever shows you watched. We could, talk those over.
I only watched a couple. Like, I only watched Xbox, Microsoft, and then the Future Games showcase with you. And then a little bit of that weird, was that, who was that?
Capcom?
Borderlands.
Oh, no, yeah, Gearbox. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Gearbox.
Oh, my God.
That was awful.
They got a DNF. They didn't even get an F. They just straight up didn't finish.
Yeah, I think the whole overall, there was some highs, but it was very underwhelming. And a lot of recycled shit we know that's happening. And a lot of just, like, I can't believe for the first time ever with E3 that the only shit I'm excited for are updates to games I'm already fucking playing. That's like half of E3 was like, update coming out soon, free for all players. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. There's a couple of, like, original shit and a couple of things that I was one game in particular I was hoping to see a smidge of, and we got a good smidge already.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my overall thoughts are similar to yours. Like it was pretty lackluster E3. It was probably, I mean, it's hard to judge because like what I'm going to say is, it was probably the worst E3 I've seen in years. But it's understandable in the sense of it's the first E3 in almost 2 years because of COVID. We didn't have one last year. So we heard all about the way COVID affected the video games industry, and all of us not working there directly, we don't know how badly it really affected the industry. And I think this E3 proved that. Now, I only say it was a bad E3 because it was very bad with expectations. This whole E3 was ran terribly. No one was able to go behind the scenes with anything. No one was able to talk to anyone about anything. We all just got press releases on all the shit. And they really just didn't emphasize on what you were going to get. For example, they announced that there was going to be a Take-Two games showcase. And it was like, okay, cool. And a few of my predictions were based on Take-Two and 2K and just games from that, that publisher. But it was a 45-minute call, Zoom call about diversity, which was fine. I'm not hating on that. I did watch it. It was interesting the way they talked about how they're trying to bring in these gaming programs to inner city schools, and like they're trying to introduce kids to game development and computers at like a younger age. Like all of that, I thought was really interesting and really cool, and a couple of people on the panel I really found interesting. But when you announce that you're going to have a game showcase, and I prep for a game showcase, and then 15 minutes before the showcase, like while I'm already live, not even on Twitter, you announce on Twitter that it's going to be a Zoom panel about diversity for 45 minutes. Yeah, no, I'm kind of sitting there like, all right, where are we at here? What's going on?
I don't think anyone was mad, but everyone was like, there's a time and a place.
Oh no, I saw some people who were like legitimately like mad in the I'm not going to throw like any shade, but I definitely saw some blue check marks that were like pissed. And it was kind of funny just because it was like, damn, like you're one of those dudes who are out here like, like hopping in fucking people's threads, like, beating them down about diversity and shit. And the second it interrupts you, that's when you're peeved. All right, dude. Again, I'm not
I was at work.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not gonna throw names or anything, but yeah, I thought that was a little weird because, like I said, I watched it, I enjoyed it. Like you said, it has a time and a place, and that was not the time or the place because that press conference got a lot of shit. But then also it did get a lot of good light. A lot of people were promoting it and talking about it, and that's cool. But E3 was just a lot of that, just miscommunication and not knowing anything. Like I said, no one got to go behind the scenes with anything. I didn't expect to, but I also didn't expect, people from like Funhouse and shit like that, or not Funhouse, but like, big sites, a lot bigger than me, not being able to go behind the scenes with anything. The app that you had to use for everything was a mess and hardly ever worked. And if they announced this whole thing as, hey, Microsoft and Nintendo, they're going to be your big guys. They're the shows you're looking for. And then they just do indies. And then they just do an indie showcase. If they would have announced it as an indie showcase, I would have been totally fine because that's what this was. This was a showcase of indie games. Because I got to tell you, Jay, just about every single game in my, let's see, 1, 2, I'll say 3.5. I'll say 3.5 of my games are like, AAA big publisher games. All the other ones, and I got about 10 here, are all indie games. But I have gone on and 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 on. We got our opinions out there on E3. We thought it wasn't all right, but we understand why it wasn't all right. Let's get into what we liked about E3. Jay, what was one of your favorite games that we saw?
Oh, what was it? Oh, Battlefield.
All right.
The multiplayer gameplay.
Yeah, no, they fucking blew my mind with that, honestly.
It looks great.
There we go.
Right. It looks awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's what I wanted to see.
So we were talking I think it might have been last episode, the one that we scrapped, where there were going to be bots in the background. The bots are just going to fill in for any missing players. They're not going to be backgrounded or anything. It is just 128 players. But,
Gotcha.
It's more of a guaranteed of 128 players. But yeah, no, dude, this shit looks fucking insane, and I cannot wait.
I know. I'm going to have to upgrade my PC for this shit. Fuck. Dude.
Oh, I hope there's crossplay. I mean, I'll just buy it on both. If it's like, that's the whole thing, is I see people pre-ordering and I'm like, well, wait.
Don't pre-order.
Yeah, don't. Like, my whole thing is, if you are going to pre-order, at least wait until the reviews are out. Wait until, the Metacritic scores up. Wait until
you play the fucking beta. Because they'll do an open beta.
And yeah, when's the beta? September or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's my whole thing, is if the beta comes out a month before the game, it's not a beta. It's a demo. That's the product you're getting. There's literally
every time I've played a beta, they made fine tweaks.
A beta that's like a month out from launch?
Yeah, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 when they had Metro.
I just remember all those sucking at launch. Because, like, that's my whole thing, is, like, Battlefield games, notorious, like, looking at this, if you're on next-gen consoles, careful. I feel like this might be the first game to make your system chug. Just because there is so much happening. I mean, the particle effects in this scene alone right here, with the constant sand, it is insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a beefy rig, dude. I'm scared.
Yeah, you gotta spend like $9,000 to get a graphics card. You gotta sell a kidney.
No, I'm just gonna have a company build a PC.
Oh, you're gonna get a pre-built one? Okay.
But from like a, not Walmart, like Artisan Builds or Artesian, whatever they are, or Power GPU.
I do have a press release for Battlefield, but we've talked about this game actually so much.
Yeah, we have. But look how
it takes place 2042. It's about the world's falling apart due to climate change. There's pats and non-pats, however the fuck those work. You're able to switch up gear on the fly and
play as non-pats.
Yeah, okay. Biggest fucking maps. Yeah, July 22nd, that's where you're gonna see more of a deep dive on the gameplay. But let me see here. I'm just gonna go back to the top. My next game, which really caught me off guard, was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
I was not I mean, I predicted this because it's been in development for it was in my offshoot predictions. It wasn't in the ones that count. But yeah, no, I really thought that I don't know. This game has been in development for so long. I was hoping we would see it, but I was hoping we would see it for like the last while now. Like the Game Awards is when I was always predicting it, but yeah, I mean, I think this looks great. I think Star-Lord's hair is a little weird. Not like the style. I'm fine with that style. I just think it looks weird. Like it's too blonde, maybe. Like it's almost like Kelly Bundy blonde, like a white almost. So
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. But I got a press release right here for the game. Let me see here. First up, Star Lord's jet boots for a wild, or fire up Star Lord's jet boots for a wild ride across the cosmos in this fresh take on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. With the unpredictable Guardians at your side, blast your way from one explosive situation to another with both original and well-known Marvel characters caught in a struggle for the fate of the universe. You got this, probably. Yeah, so I am really fucking excited for this game. It's basically Mass Effect, or it's basically Mass Effect cross Telltale style game cross Spider-Man or Avengers or what Marvel's been doing lately with their video game universe. And I am all for that. Combat looks a little funny. We still got some time though before this game gets out, so they're probably going to polish that up real nice. Are you into this at all? I mean, I know you're not in the MCU, so and the Guardians of the Galaxy are. I mean, listen, I'm super fucking into comics, and when this movie was announced, I was like, what the fuck is the Guardians of the Galaxy? And it wasn't until, we started getting drip fed that information, like, oh, it's going to be Chris Pratt and Vin Diesel and fucking Bradley Cooper and all these other people and blah blah blah. I was like, oh, okay, it's starting to interest me. And then I saw the movie and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, never seen the movie.
But does this
I own it.
does this interest you at all? I mean, like I said, you probably aren't too familiar with them.
Not really. TBH.
I mean, I just love the idea that it's space and you can, like, your decisions matter. Like, that is always a mechanic that I love so much. And yeah, the idea that, if you side with Drax over something that, Rocket was saying, then Rocket will remember that and throw that shit in your face later on. Like, that is fucking awesome. And to get it on a game that's like this scale is really cool. And how you're able to actually just control your teammates, which is how Avengers really should have been. Instead of a big multiplayer massive shitstorm. It makes me pretty damn happy. But what other game are you excited about?
Let's see here. We have a couple that we have shared.
Yeah.
Stuff. I will say the new Escape from Tarkov wipe and all the information and shit that they released. And all the new expansions for Factory and the new Scab boss. I think they're doing pre-wipe event right now. And it's going to be crazy.
So what is a wipe event? Because I got the let me see here. I got the press release for the fucking Streets of Tarkov, but I don't know what's it called?
It's like before they wipe the game and wipe everyone's progression and like set everything back to zero, when they do a big update, they'll like make all the weapons, like all the traders, like say like a $400,000 setup, or like say like a $400,000 gun will probably only cost you like $60K. Like money is like useless, basically. So and then they'll do like a container event where you can't put anything in your container because they've been like fucking with that, like trying to like figure out how they're gonna do the safe container. So they'll do something like that, and then they'll like discount the market, so everything's cheap and everyone's just fucking stacked. And then they'll do yeah, dude, you're just running into geared fucks all the time when it happens, which is cool. Oh, and then they'll like open up all the levels of the traders so everyone can obtain everything from the traders. So everyone's on an equal field. And it's kind of fun to like get in on the pre-wipe and use all that shit and get used to like being Slick Rick.
Yeah.
And then like, fucking and everything wipes and everyone's stoked about wipe. and everyone's going crazy, and all the matches are wicked because they want to get back to that. They got that taste if they've never been, a certain level before, like a lot of new players. But yeah, and then they'll turn all the scavs into raider scavs, which are like XPMC scavs that are like just terrifying. And then the most terrifying thing they did was put the shopping mall, the scab boss Killa, and he's in like the Tachanka mask and shit. They put him in factory, the smallest map, and he spawns 100% of the time. But yeah,
Yeah,
stoked.
this is a game that has always intrigued me. It is just too sweaty for me. I don't know if I can make. I can't make the investment to just be bad.
It's not a matter of like if you're gonna get shit thrown in your face. Like the first month you play it, you're just gonna consistently. You'll have like a couple good raids, but I guarantee, like, man, I've been playing this game for like 3 years now, 4 years, something like that. So like, I'm used. I like know where everything is. I know how like the mechanics work and everything. But man, like, remember when it like got really popular and all the big streamers were playing it, and it was like loved watching these pro players try Tarkov and just get broken.
Yeah, because you'd been playing it for a while at that point.
Yeah, and like I just like loved the exposure. I was like, oh my god, like Dr. Disrespect is like, fuck this game. Like I'm like, yeah, welcome to a real game, you fucking wieners.
You think we're ever gonna find out what happened with him?
I think it was tax shit.
You think it was tax shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep, I think it boils down to something like that.
Something boring that totally just ended up getting swept under the rug because, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it was something just like taxes.
Yeah, G Field dropped him, and then Mountain Dew was like, "Yo, what's up?"
What do I got here? Fucking dude, Riders Republic. This game.
I'm actually really excited for this.
There's something about this game, dude. I'm telling you.
It just looks fun.
Yeah.
That's all. It just looks fun.
Oh, there's a beta upcoming. I just got a message for. Let's see here. Yeah, no, here's a press release for Riders Republic. Squad up with your friends and take on downhill races, dominate maps and team versus team competitions, or challenge yourself in PvP modes and events. If you are up for some insane action, throw yourself into a mass races and be the first across the finish line or the last one standing. Brace yourself for some sick action. So yeah, Riders Republic. Let's see here. From snowy mountains to arid canyons, roam free in a huge open world comprised of iconic U.S. national parks: Bryce Canyon, Yosemite Valley, Sequoia, I don't know, Park, Zion, Canyonlands, Mammoth Mountain, Grand Teton, all mashed up on one unique place for you to shred. Now that's what I call freedom. There's also a ton of exploration opportunities and a vibrant playground, objects to collect, spots to discover, stunts, parks to ride, and mountain stories to achieve. Buckle up. This game looks so fucking good in just every way that I want it. It's just a dumb action game that you fucking zone out to. It's from the people who make Steep. So that could explain why I'm so freaking hyped for it. But yeah, I want this game right now. I'm cleaning up some of this stuff. All right. Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're I don't know how I don't know. They're doubling down on Steep and then just adding more to it, like shit like this. Like there was no street snowboarding or anything like that in Steep. You were just straight up on mountainsides,
or mountain biking.
In Steep, no. I'm talking
replace skiing with mountain biking. Can't you ski in steep?
Oh yeah,
Look at
yeah,
that.
no, yeah, and steep you could do, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you could ski in this too. Or I'd be annoyed if you couldn't because I prefer to ski in steep. I think skiing you guy does cooler stuff than on a snowboard. But I'm looking forward to the bike, dude. I mean, just the
Yeah.
wipeouts, just finding something and being like, I'm going down this. Like there's this one
Dude, the hang glider or
I
the
don't know if we got there
paraglider.
yet. It's literally like the sweaty palms like video that you see all the time. Of him just like riding on the ledge of this mountain in first person. I'm like, dude, I want to do that right now. Give me this game. um, I just
Yeah, I'll
want
be
to.
playing this.
Yeah, no, I like. This is a game that I'm buying day one personally. Like, god damn it, I want it. I might have to. I don't know if I want it on the PS5 or the PC though. Like
PC. It's gonna look
like
way better.
this right here. Like, dude, I want to like this. Yes, the sweaty palms videos you see all the time. I will spend hours in this game, just doing random shit, and I can't fucking wait. I didn't spend
Seems
60
like a
bucks on
good
Steep.
game to. It seems like a good game to 100%. Oh, look at the ET.
Oh, it seems like a fucking hard as shit game or just a tedious game to 100%. Personally, I do not plan on getting a platinum trophy in this at all. Steep's platinum trophy is insane. I do not intend on getting either of these trophies. But yeah, no, this game comes out when is this? September 2nd. That's actually soon, dude. That's actually really soon.
2
That
months,
might
3
be
months.
that might be the next big game in my head for me. Unless there's something else I'm forgetting about, but yeah, I'm a big fan. Jay, what else? What else you thinking? What else you like from the show?
It's one that I saw before, like leaked and before E3, but Phantom Abyss.
Yeah, this is the it's like it looks like
Procedurally generated.
yeah, it looks like Legends of the Hidden Temple, but if it was like a Dark Souls, not like a Dark Souls, but like just very difficult.
All right, you want to know what it is? I know exactly what it is, unless you got a press release for it.
I do not.
All right, so basically, these are procedurally generated temples, right? And they have like a certain number and like a code. And that idol right there is at the very end. And once you start a temple, you could rerun it and see those are ghosts like of people that have tried it in the past. So
Shit.
you watch out for their mistakes. And you unlock new like whips to like do different stuff and like you unlock upgrades and everything. But see, like that person died, so you're like, oh shit, don't go that way. But whoever gets the idol in the end closes the level forever. And it's written in stone on the
Oh
like it's
shit.
like yeah, so it's like say I start a level and I can't make it and you get on there and you do it, you close the temple forever and no one can ever try it ever again.
Damn.
So
That's
I think
this was that Devolver Digital show, right?
yeah.
They had
I
the
think
best show, hands
it
down.
looks like a fun party like just
Pass the sticks.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like imagine just going into someone's temple and being like, psh, and closing it down forever.
Yeah, no, this looks really fucking cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on this one. Devolver Digital, just about every game they showed was very, very, very cool. What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? 12 minutes.
Dude, early access this month for Phantom Abyss.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
That is dope. Let me see.
I was
here.
intrigued by this. We saw this together when I was watching that showcase in
Dude,
chat.
this is I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn isn't, or Horizon 2 isn't confirmed for 2021, or it's like they're aiming for 2021. It's, they're not saying that they're going to hit it. This is hands down my most anticipated game of 2021. This game has been in development for fucking ever. This is the press release. You take the role of the husband on what should be a romantic evening with your wife. The night turns into a nightmare when a police detective breaks into your home, accuses your wife of murder, and beats you to death, only for you to find yourself immediately returned to the exact moment you opened the front door, stuck in a 12-minute time loop, doomed to relive the same terror again and again, unless you can find a way to use the knowledge of what's coming to change the outcome and break the loop. An interactive narrative that blends the dreamlike suspense of The Shining with the claustrophobia of Rear Window and the fragmented structure of Memento. Like it says, you play the husband. The husband is played by James McAvoy. Your wife is voiced by Daisy Ridley, and the murderer is voiced by Willem Dafoe.
Really?
Yes. Normally, yeah, I'm sure. I think I've said it a few times on the show. I'm not really a big puzzle game kind of guy, but when it's something like this, you getting murdered over and over again in a time loop, and you have to find your way out. Like, dude, I am all fucking in, and I have been all in. Yeah, no, this game is very, very intriguing to me. It's published by Annapurna, and I don't know who it's developed, or it might be developed by Annapurna because that is a very big task for them to do. But yeah, dude, can't fucking wait for this game. What's another one you got for me?
Wario Ware on the Switch.
Ooh. Yo, let's just take a moment here and appreciate the Nintendo Direct that was shown. Because, my word, that Nintendo Direct was something else. Can't open WarioWare.
Yeah, dude,
so
I remember
search it myself.
I remember when the first WarioWare came out on the DS. Oh my god. And this just looks like a fun game to sit down and play with the missus. That's just like, well, all I'm thinking about is, man, this is gonna be fun as fuck. Because I love WarioWare. I played the one on the Switch. Or, I mean, the Wii. And I think I played the other one on the Wii U. Or it might have been the same one. I don't know. But, like, oh, man. It's just mindless fun.
Yeah,
Just
no.
funny ass, like, mini games one after another, and they're just like, and then they get better, and you're like, oh, that one's just...
I like, for me, WarioWare was like a game that I always liked for a very short period of time. Like,
Dude,
this for me was the party game, in the sense of, like, I would play a couple of rounds and then I would pass it on to everyone else and then, like, go and sit in the other room or something. Like, it was never a game that I was ever heavily invested in, but it was always one that I, like, really had an appreciation for. Like, this fucking art is, there's nothing else like the art style for these games. And the way they incorporate the mini games into them. The WarioWare map was always my favorite in what's it called? In Battlefield in
Brawl?
yeah, Brawl,
Bros?
sorry. I'm trying to get the press release pulled up. Let's see here. Wario is making more micro games for an all-new game on the Nintendo Switch, WarioWare Get It Together. The sequel will offer cooperative play for 2 players. Nintendo revealed letting Switch owners team up and take down wacky minigames. I can't wait.
It's gonna be quality. It's Nintendo.
I'm finally starting to feel happy that I'm a Switch owner, but I'm also very nervous about us being basically on the precipice of Switch Pro, and I don't know what they're gonna do.
I've had a Switch for a couple of years. You know, I bought mine like 2 years ago or something like that, and Uh, yeah, I'm glad I've just had one. Because now I could justify, like, just buying a new handheld. If I could use the same, or, like, get a new dock, or, well, I don't even know.
Well, my next game is a real reason on why I am very happy to own a Switch. But before we get to that, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta smoke a cigarette. We're over our hour mark. Stick around. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Just hang out in the chat. We will be here. Give me a couple minutes here. Nope. Shit. All right, main. All right, cool. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Just stick around. If you do go anywhere, this will be uploaded Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at youtube.com/punkwithacontroller. But we'll be right back. So we are back. We're going over our favorite games shown at E3 2021. And we just got done talking about WarioWare. And my next game is quite similar to WarioWare.
I think it's on mine too. It's on mine too.
Mario fucking Party Superstars, dude. This is as much as I can see, everything I've ever wanted from a Mario Party game. Literally. Let's see here. Mario Party Superstars is coming to the Nintendo Switch on October 29th. Nintendo announced Mario Party Superstars is a mix between a new Mario Party title and a remaster. The game will include 5 classic Mario Party boards from the Nintendo 64 era. Yes. Nintendo showed the HD versions of Peach's birthday cake in Spaceland. Each board has a new event in the game's UI, should look familiar to Super Mario Party. The latest Mario Party title also features over 100 mini games from the classic Mario Party titles, remastered in HD. I don't know if you know how excited I am for this. This is my favorite Nintendo property, and they're finally doing what I want them to do. I don't know how they've said everything I've wanted. The only things I'm worried about are the new additions that they're making to the game, because they said, what is it? They said right here, each board has new events and the game's UI should look familiar to Super Mario Party players. So what I get from the look familiar part is that you're gonna have like the same die aspect.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on. Was it when they just rolled right there? It went up to 9. Did it always go up that high? I thought the normal die only went up to 6.
No. It's whoever gets the highest number or lowest number.
Yeah, but I thought you just rolled a normal die. I thought it wasn't a random die above your head. Because there was no 1 through 9 die. That was just like straight up.
It might have just been a.
Because, dude, if they bring back the normal die, I will shit my pants. Like, the only thing I would want more for that is for a star to cost 20 coins. And then we are literally back in the old school. But with all of this coming with multiplayer support at launch, fully with all the game modes and everything, that is just chef's kiss. You're excited for this one too?
I'm very excited. I'm gonna pre-order it.
Oh shit.
I always for games like this, I always try to get the physical copy. So
yeah, Nintendo games especially, you want the physical copies of Nintendo first party games at least. What's another one you're on your list?
Let's go with another one that we're both intrigued and excited for. Happy Game.
Oh fuck. This fucking game. I got the
inside of my head.
I got the PR for Happy Game, unfortunately.
This game looks like the inside of my head almost.
Happy Game is a psychedelic horror adventure that departs significantly from Amanita's charming, family-friendly style. This time, players will find themselves playing as a little boy who experiences a terrible nightmare, passing through 3 unique worlds filled with playful tasks and puzzles. He won't be all alone on this trip, though there are many smiley faces there to meet. adorable bunnies to, and this is slice. This has a line through it. Slice with a guillotine. Greet. Or an elusive football to chase. The game is directed by Czech artist, animator, and designer Jamor Plashi, whose team previously created Bonticula and Chuchil. So what's your real excitement for Happy Game? Because I thought it was just like, personally, I thought it was just like a fun shift in what the future games showcase was. And looking at the game, I mean, it reminds me of like something Newgrounds. Like, not like in a bad way, but just like flash animation, or like, I think it's going to be edgy and like weird for a few moments, but I don't know how well it's actually going to, I don't know if it's going to really be that great of a game.
It's already been out. People have already played it.
Oh, really?
On YouTube. Yeah.
Oh. Well, shit. Does it say out now? Actually, no. I'm pretty sure it does say out now when it ends. Happy Game. Or it says Happy Game in beta. Fall 2021. Maybe it went into beta or something. That's fucking weird. But yeah, no, that game scares the fucking shit out of me. And I don't really know how to feel about it. My next game is probably, it's up there in top 5 most anticipated and favorite games from the show. I don't know if I've ever seen a game with a style like this before, and it looks so fucking good. It's called Replaced. And let's see here. Here's the press release reads as Replaced is a 2.5D sci-fi retro futuristic action platformer where you play as Reach, an artificial intelligence trapped in a human body against its own will. The game is a mix of cinematic platformer, pixel art, free flow action combat, and deep engaging dystopian story set in an alternative 1980s.
Yeah, this
dude,
dope.
Like, just fucking wait for it. Like, where's the music cue? Hold up. I've never seen gameplay in a system like this before. It might just be a cutscene or of some sorts, but when you see more of the gameplay, you're like, no, I think that's it. This right here. Bruh. And then, like, come on. And then, like I said, I think it's just the game, like the way the camera tilts. It's got like a parry mechanic or something. Now, a lot of people's big concern with this game is this game was shown off initially years ago, and it was called The Last Night. Some of you might be familiar with it, some of you might not be. And a lot of people's concerns was, are we actually going to see this game? And I think we are, because they have been silent for so long. That's usually a good sign. That's either a good sign or a horrible sign. It either means they've shut up and they just buckled down and got to work, or they just, completely scrapped the fucking game. Like Beyond. But what do you like 2D games at all like this?
Yeah, I do. I think it looks sick. I'll play it.
Like a Castlevania like this, like a new Castlevania story with this kind of art is all I fucking want. I'm not even joking. That would be the coolest fucking thing in the world. But enough of Replaced. What else are you interested in?
Tribes of Midgard, for obvious reasons, but I like it seems like a mindless game to play. or like a game to just like play on a Friday night with the boys.
Let's see here. The press release reads as gather your Viking tribe for an epic journey. The end is nigh, and it is up to you to save Midgard. Norse Fell and Gearbox Publishing today announced that the co-op action RPG survival game Tribes of Midgard will launch July 27th on the PS5, PS4, and Steam. Hack and slash through enemies, monsters, and giants, all to thrive in the wilderness as you collect the resources necessary to defend your village from a nightly invasion of hellthings. Your tribe might be tested in 2 different game modes, a session-based saga mode or an endless survival mode. Grab your axe and pre-order the standard edition of Tribes of Midgard on the PS5 or the PlayStation Store and Steam for $19.99. I'll probably end up holding off on this game. I love the art style. I love how this looks. I love how it's, I don't know. I think it's just high enough in the sense of like, I feel like sometimes Diablo can feel like you're way too high above your character and you're just way too over him. Whereas I feel like, you might be able to, it looks like you're even able to kind of zoom down in a way because over with the giants, it really expanded out. But yeah, no, I think this game looks cool. It's just the idea of being attacked really turns me off. I just want to build my shit and just let me live, man. Like, let me go out and do all this and then come home and live. But the giants, this whole giant segment is really fucking cool.
Big ass frost giants. Goddamn Loki.
Yeah, that shit looks really fucking cool. What else do I got here? All right. Since we're going through our indie games, well, they're essentially all indie games for me. This game has been in the works for a while, and
this was on my list too. It
never ceases to amaze me. This is Harold Halibut. It's essentially Wes Anderson meets Wallace and Gromit, or just picture Wes Anderson's, what was it? The Fantastic Mr. Fox, or what was the most recent one he did? The one with the dogs. I can't remember, but that shit. I love all of his stop motion movies. Harold Halibut is a handmade narrative game about friendship and life on a city-sized spaceship submerged in an alien ocean. It's been 250 years since your home, and an Ark-like spaceship fled an Earth on the verge of Cold War to find a habitable planet on which to preserve the human race. You are Harold, a young lab assistant for the ship's lead scientist, Jean it's French, so it's got the A-U-X. Jane Meru? I think that's how you say it. While most of the ship's inhabitants have reconciled themselves to a life lived aboard the sunken ship, Maru still works tirelessly to find a way for the ship to leave the planet and find a new, drier home. I love the concept. I love the art. I love the gameplay idea. The voice acting is really good. Let me see if I can just...
It'll take a while, right? Too long. Haven't you been craving some adventure?
Oh, sure, but what if I get the adventure wrong?
I was really interested in how they actually made the game, because, like, when you hear about stop motion, they talk about like setting up scene by scene, and there's no way they did that for a game. Like, the idea of just, walking and you could go and do anything. Like, the idea of setting up each one of those animations is like comical to me. But I guess they actually incorporated it to like an AI. So where like they film they film the mocap and everything with these all on the real sets, all of that is built, but then an AI comes in and then takes control of the character, and that's how they're able to actually do it and control it how they want. It's real, they're really made and everything, but it's an AI that's just, recycling all the different animations that they could be doing. I can't fucking wait for this game. I showed my brother
So-
because I thought he'd be really impressed. What were you saying? Sorry.
Said it looks dope.
Oh yeah. What else you got for me?
The Sea of Thieves Pirates of the Caribbean update.
You better invite me when you play Sea of Thieves, because it's the one game I've been wanting to play for so fucking long. The press release, your eyes do not deceive you. In a dream collaboration between Rare, Xbox, and Disney, we're bringing Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean to Sea of Thieves in style with an incredible new story campaign called Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life. It's free to all as part of the Season 3 update arriving June 22nd. This unforgettable adventure takes place over 5 tall tales. Oh my god, sorry. I was trying to hold that burp in and I popped like a balloon. Charting a new threat to the pirate way of life beyond the horizon. After rescuing Captain Jack Sparrow from an unfortunate predicament, you'll set sail alongside him to uncover secrets, encounter characters in old and new, and clash with surprising enemies as you explore the Sea of Thieves. This, I don't know if that's, I don't think that's Johnny Depp doing the voice acting.
I've been trying to figure that one out.
He's really good. He is like really good if he's not.
I thought he has rights to the character, kind of like how you can't do Iron Man with, well, like they did Iron Man without Robert Downey Jr. in a game. I don't know, but it's Disney, straight up.
You better not bail on me because I want to play. I want to learn the Sea of
I'll
Thieves.
play it. It looks like, I don't know if it'll be like multiplayer in a PvP sense.
Is it like hard? Like, how is it?
It's not hard. It's easy to like figure out what you got to do. It's just having people with you is like, it's almost, you can't really do it solo.
Oh my god, no! I've tried sailing solo. Trust me, it is a rough time. Sorry, I got a bug bite, and it is just, I'm picking at it.
I got
so
one too.
much.
I got bit by a spider.
Oh, ooh. But yeah, no, I really want to get into Sea of Thieves personally. It seems like a fun game to just yarg out to.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I think that's all I got for this page. I was trying to clear that up. Let me jump back over to here. See if there's anything else I got. Oh yeah, Sommerville. This game.
At the mail truck, the mail girl.
No, that's Lake. I am very excited for Lake too. But the PR.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. An original IP by Chris Olsen, built in collaboration with Dino Patti, ex-CEO and co-founder of Playdead, that completely explains why when I saw this trailer, I was like, this looks just like Limbo or Inside, because it's from the ex-CEO of the development team that made Limbo and Inside. Jumpship's debut title will immerse players in a handcrafted narrative set across a vivid and rural landscape. Set in the wake of a catastrophe and grounded in the intimate repercussions of a large-scale conflict, players will navigate through perilous terrain as they unravel the mysteries of Earth's visitors. Dude, it's like, it is so Playdead, and I am all for it. The music cues, how dark and fucked up it is. Like, this isn't, you aren't playing this for the gameplay. You're playing this for this fucking story. You're playing this for this narrative. And my expectations is like Limbo and like Inside, it's going to be entirely silent. There's going to be zero dialogue or anything. It is all going to be visual storytelling. It looks so fucking good. Did you ever play Limbo or Inside?
Yeah.
Did you play them both or
Limbo.
just Limbo?
Just Limbo.
Dude, you got to play Inside. Like I liked Inside so much more than Limbo. Inside was one of my favorite games from last generation. It is so fucking good. It shouldn't be that much on PC. Or if you want, you could go buy a can of Coke and get a fucking year of Games Pass for $1.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe, probably. At least a month. What else are you excited for?
That little game, Breath of the Wild 2.
Breath of the Wild 2. I don't know if I've ever heard of Breath of the Wild 2.
You
Oh,
might
yeah.
have. It's just an indie title.
A little indie title from a little unknown dev.
Yeah, it only costs a fucking small fortune to make. Yeah, they said that they're not going to release the actual name of it because it could give away spoilers.
So I could pretty much tell you what's going to happen in the game. Let me see here. See if I can find the frame. Basically right to the beginning. Where is Ganondorf? Right when he rises. Right there. All right. How do you? There we go. All right. Look at it. Fuck.
I saw it.
Yeah. You see how he's dressed? He's got this cloak over his shoulder. He's got this. It's wrapped around his waist and this tie. Now, what do you see there?
The sky.
I mean, what do you see? What's this guy wearing?
The same thing.
Yeah. I think that you play as Ganondorf in the sky, and then when Zelda gets booted down south, you play as her underground, and they haven't revealed the underground section yet. This was them showing the sky section, and you play as Link in the Breath of the Wild world. Play as her down there, because the first trailer we saw of this game, Zelda was down underground. So yeah, I think that's young Ganondorf. And then it translates to Link. I'm curious how it's going to translate from how you're going to switch areas, in the sense of, like, you look here and you can't see anything above you. You don't have the Sheikah Slate anymore. You got this new arm power. That right there. You got this it looks like a new weapon type. Like some people thought that this thing that Link's attacking was breathing fire at him, but you see he's got this little dragon fist that's casting fire out. And then those two things right there, I think, are completely separate. Like this right here, that I feel like has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
God damn it. And you can see down there, you can almost recognize. And then over there, it looks like we're not even that, like when you look over in the far distance, it looks like we're not even that high up compared to some of the other levels of the world. So I'm really curious about how these segments are going to be. Maybe this right here is like a one-off thing. In this, or like there's like 3 or 4 of these. Like this is a dungeon that you play as Ganondorf in right now. And you go between these sky islands. Yeah, I'm genuinely interested in this game. Because I don't think that's Link right there. They look too different personally. But I know you're a big Breath of the Wild fan, so why don't you give me some theories, ideas, what you think is going to happen.
They could just rehash it and have like a more aged landscape. I don't know. I don't have any theories because we'll see.
I just love this song cue at the end because I have this here. It's the Breath of the Wild theme, but in reverse. So you know they're going to be dealing with time. You see the drop, getting sucked back up, and him going through the wall. So, yeah, I think we're heavily going to be dealing with time here, with this game, and I'm hype. I'm not hype because I'm not even hyped for Breath of the Wild.
Unless that's Link up top in the past.
He has this arm thing though. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. His right arm. You see that?
Yeah. Then go back. What's Ganon's right arm look like?
That's a good question.
No, I think it could be Link because as you can see in the very first thing they show is that thing crawling up his arm.
Yeah.
Up his right arm.
The malice.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. And like I bet the title is gonna be something really obvious. Like Link 3 Worlds. Or like Legend of Zelda and the 3 Worlds or some shit like that. But yeah, no, this is I'm very intrigued. Nintendo killed it this year. I honestly think they had the best showcase. Let me see what else I got here. We talked about Guardians. We're starting to run a little low here. Starting to near the end.
Yeah, I'm on my last one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. Let me just double check here. Make sure about that. Yeah, no, for sure. All right. Cool. Yeah. So then I have these 2 more then. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah, my next one is another one of my favorite games that was shown. This is the game that opened up. This was the second game that they showed at Devolver Digital Showcase.
Yeah, this looks sick.
This is Akira Kurosawa, the fucking video game. And honestly, that is like the coolest thing ever. I know Ghost of Tsushima really did a lot, but I mean, this shot alone right here is so fucking good. And for this to be a 2.5D action game, like that's insane. Like looking at this visually, you would think that this is, a shot from a movie. I cannot fucking wait. But I got the press release right here. Let's see here. Truck to Yomi promises to feature breathtaking camera angles and striking visuals in the spirit of classic samurai films. Players will engage vicious swordsmen and supernatural beings with a streamlined combat system. Furthermore, the system will be based around the traditional weapons of the samurai. I don't know if this has an official release date. Yeah, it's just 2022. Yeah, dude. And it's just PS5, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. I can't fucking wait. And then also, I'm happy to see Devolver Digital showing PlayStation some love because I feel like a lot of their games have either not come to PlayStation, or that they've just flat out not come to PlayStation. My Name is Pedro still is not on PlayStation, which I think is insane. That game is literally just Deadpool the video game. But
a banana.
did you play My Name Is Pedro?
Hmm.
Dude, it's so good.
Sick.
So much fun. But yeah, no, I cannot wait for this game. Just the art style, the way that there's this sort of supernatural horror aspect that's kind of ingrained in it, that you can kind of see there was that building that was kind of being sucked up. I'm just super interested in this game. You said you got you got one more game here.
Oh baby.
I was gonna jump right to it for you. Oh, I can't fucking search it again. God damn it!
It's right
so
there to
many-
the right.
Yeah, I got so many layers though. I fucked up. But oh goddamn, Jay. Oh goddamn. Before we even start gushing about this game, because we both are very much excited for this game. They apparently it is not as exclusive to Xbox as we think. It's only a timed exclusive, and it'll be on PlayStation by July. So if you got a PS5 out there and you are interested in this game, it'll be out by July. I had a press release. But why don't you go ahead and just gush about this game for me while I pull this up?
Well, this is basically Half-Life 3 for Europe, you know, and it just looks so pretty. It just looks like, because I mean, if you've played the other Stalker games, you'll know that they are very dated, and you have to mod them a lot to get them to look decent. But oh my god, the particle effects with that grenade, and just like knowing how in depth, like that right there, that's the swamplands, and it's the same map, but seeing how it's changed over the
Dude,
years.
this whole segment just got me
with the
so
anomaly?
fucking hype. Just whatever
Yeah.
he's doing here is just
He's
so
looking for an
interesting.
artifact in an anomaly field, and you throw the screws to like walk safely to find where the anomaly is, and then the thing that rolls out on the ground is an artifact, and those give you like certain perks.
God damn, dude.
And
It's
and
just so
when
fucking
I
cool.
heard his PDA go off, I was like, oh. You don't even get to see it, but you hear it. They didn't even change the sound of the PDA.
Oh, I typed in the wrong thing entirely. That's why I can't find it. Dude, what is happening? Oh, wait, that could probably help. Sorry. I'm doing a billion things at once. But yeah, I never got into Stalker, and I am really, really excited to get into this game. It looks fucking beautiful. I heard, or I remember reading that the first Starkov, Starkov Stalker had its jank, or had its fair share of open world RPG jank. But with the backing of Microsoft here and the publishing, I really do think that this game is going to be as polished as we're seeing it right now.
Well, they've been working on it for over a decade.
Jesus Christ. How long are these games? Like, what's the...
Oh, they're pretty long.
Yeah? And there's
Yeah.
multiplayer to them, right? Or...
No.
Oh, there's no? Oh, I thought there was multiplayer.
No, there might be a mod for it.
Okay, that might be what I'm thinking of.
But it's also a game of what you make of it. And craft the story, and like as you do it, work for different factions, it'll really change the landscape of everything. And there's certain factions that, like, you have what's their name? The scientist. And they like try to preserve and learn more about the zone. Then you have duty, and they're just assholes and they kill everyone. And then you have the free stalkers and just all this shit. And I just love being able to rip a badge off of someone's uniform and put it on mine. and use it as like a disguise and sneak into like a place and stuff. Like the AI is through the roof.
When this was revealed, I thought that was Robert Pattinson. I thought they were doing like some, because it was so low compressed and shit. I thought they were doing some fucking Keanu Reeves cyberpunk style shit. This whole ending part is wild. Yeah, no, this is gonna be. I mean, is the first Stalker worth hopping into? What is it now? Like 15 years later?
Watch my first couple of videos on YouTube of my playthrough.
All right, I'll have to check those out. There's one more game here on our list. I tossed this in here because I am genuinely interested in this because like Guardians of the Galaxy, this is a game by a studio that's been in development for an exorbitant amount of time, and this is the first time that we actually saw it, and that's pretty fucking cool. This is the Avatar game from massive studios over at Ubisoft. They're the guys who do The Division, and they're about to do a Star Wars game. The press release is Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is a first-person action adventure game developed by Massive Entertainment, a Ubisoft studio in collaboration with Lightstorm Entertainment and Disney. Built using the latest iteration of Snowdrop engine and developed exclusively for the new generation of consoles and PC, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora brings to life the alluring world of Pandora with all of its beauty and danger in an immersive open-world experience. In this new standalone story, play as Na'vi and embark on a journey across the western frontier, a never-before-seen part of Pandora. Explore a living and reactive world inhabited by unique creatures and new characters, and push back the formidable RDA forces that threaten it. Jay, are you an Avatar fan? I was about to say I could assume the answer to that because I'm assuming most people are going to say no. I'm a big fan of the world. Oh, Chowsley in the chat. James Cameron can eat my ass, though. Who does he think he is, taking 10 years with Avatar 2? Would you believe me if I told you he was working on Avatar 1 since the 80s? Look it up. He initially wanted to do that movie right after the Titanic. But just the tech wasn't there, and it took that long to get the movie to where he wanted it to be for 2012. And honestly, I want to see what he does with Avatar 2, because the first Avatar movie is still a fucking technical achievement. That movie is impressive as shit visually. What's really upsetting is that the movie's still not, there's no 4K UHD version of it physically that I know of. I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus, so you might be able to watch it and stream it in 4K there, but I don't know if there's an actual physical version of the movie yet, which is fucking wild. Yeah, that's bananas, honestly. Yeah, no, they've been working on the game forever, and the movie and game forever. Personally, I'm stoked for the game because I love the world. Like the movie's plot was literally just Avatar, or not Pocahontas. So it was kind of, take it or leave it, whatever. But again, it was visually stunning, and the world that they built is genuinely really cool. The world of Pandora is actually interesting, and I want to see it. Oh my god, can you imagine the ray tracing with the bioluminescence and shit? Did this one catch your eye at all? Or are you interested in this?
No.
You're not at all?
No.
Damn, dude, when you see that, and when you see that open world right there,
it looks cool. I'll watch you play it on Twitch.
I want to see the official gameplay for it, because we know that this is running in engine. It's just a big cinematic showcasing Snowdrop's new engine. But god damn, dude, this with ray tracing, there's going to be dynamic weather, and there's a thunderstorm and this bioluminescent night. Come on. Oh my god. I'm surprised you're not excited for this at all. Maybe when time comes. I imagine it's going to launch next year alongside the movie, and I'm assuming I don't know if maybe the game was really technical, so it required the amount of time that they've been working on it, or they just maybe wanted to launch it alongside the movie, so they just purposely took their time. Either way, dude, next year is going to be fucking stacked. Like, unbelievably stacked. Before we go, I just want to kind of bring that up. Like, have you thought about next year yet? Like, the amount of games that are going to be launching in 2022?
No.
I mean, like, just think about it. January, we're getting Pokemon Arceus, the open world Pokemon game that everyone has wanted their entire life. And I feel like everyone has forgotten about that since everything else has come out or been announced. We're getting Elden Ring in January. We're getting Breath of the Wild next year. We're getting God of War next year. We're getting Starfield next year. It's a handful of games.
Gonna be stacked as tits.
It's gonna be bloated. It's gonna look like me after a stream or two. But that is our final E3 episode. Next week when we come back, it is going to be your standard layout. We've been going for about 2 hours now, which is actually surprising. It felt like we went for a little longer than that, but it's been a very good time. Please like and subscribe, twitch.tv/punkwithacontroller. Your support means the world to me. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it with your Twitch account and make a Twitch Gaming Prime account. There's $5 sitting in Jeff Bezos' closet next to some kid he bought. He's going to eat it for dessert. You want to give that money to a content creator, someone low level like me? I really appreciate it. Thanks, brother. Go over to Jay's channel, twitch.tv/LordxHam. Like and subscribe. Please show him some love. YouTube.com/punkwithacontroller. This will be uploaded Sunday evening. Jay, this has been a hell of an E3.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, I guess you could. All right.
It's been a roller coaster.
Yeah, well, let's hope Sony's event gets announced soon, and let's hope something big comes of it.
Yep.
All right. We'll talk to you all later. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your Father's Day, or fuck your dad. I don't know who he is. Peace.
Deuces.